Sustainability was first featured in the principles adopted by the United Nations Conference on Human Environment held at Stockholm on 16 June 1972. It was now realized that development need to be sustainable. It should not only focus on economic and social matters but also matters related to the use of natural resources. The United Nations commissioned a group of 22 people from both developed and developing countries to identify long-term environmental strategies for international community. This World Commission on Environment and Development, WCED, was headed by Gro Harlem Brundtland, then the Prime Minister of Norway. This commission came to be known as Brundtland Commission, which submitted its report entitled Our Common Future to the Human in 1987. The Brundtland report focused on the needs and interests of humans. It concerned with secure global equity for future generations by redistributing resources towards poorer nations to encourage their economic growth in order to enable all human beings to achieve their basic needs. What highlighted the three fundamental components of sustainable development: the environment, economy, society, which later became known as the triple bottom line. The 1992 and 2002 Earth Summits held at Rio de Janeiro and Johannesburg were the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, UNCED, a direct result of the Brundtland Commission. An important achievement of the Rio Summit was an agreement to the Climate Change Convention, which led to the Kyoto Protocol. The United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, also known as Rio 2012, Rio Plus 20 or Earth Summit 2012, was the third and is recent international conference on sustainable development. It was hosted by Brazil in Rio de Janeiro from 13 to 22 June 2012. In 1980, the International Union for Conservation of Nature introduced the sustainable development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. A primary goal of sustainable development is to achieve reasonable and equitably distributed level of economic well-being that can be continued for many human generations. Brief History of Sustainable Development. 1962, Rachel Carson's book Silent Spring becomes the catalog for modern environmentalism. 1972, Stockholm UN Conference on Human Development, first beginning together heads of states to address the question of environment and development. 1987, Brundtland Commission, Our Common Future. 2000, Millennium Development Goals. 1997, Kyoto Protocol. 1992, Earth Summit, Rio Declaration, Agenda 21, CSD, CBD, UNFCCC. 2002 Johannesburg Conference on Sustainable Development. 2009 COP15 Copenhagen. 2010 COP16 Cancun. 2011 COP17 Durban, and now Rio 20. In 1992, the UN Conference on Environment and Development first established the Earth Charter, which outlined the building of a just, sustainable and peaceful global society in the 21st century. And the action plan was known as Agenda 21 for 21st century for sustainable development. In September 2015, the United Nations General Assembly formally adopted the Universal Integrated and Transformative 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, a set of 17 Sustainable Development Goals SDGs. The goals are to be implemented and achieved in every country from the year 2016 to 2030. Countries adopted a set of goals to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure prosperity for all as part of a new sustainable development agenda. Each goal has specific targets to be achieved over the next 15 years.